Today's webinar will talk about using retail stores to ship items for you. This is an introduction or an introductory video to doing dropship. The dropship strategy simply means somebody else is shipping the item for you. So this is an easy way to get started because wholesale suppliers will require that you have a business, that you have tax IDs, and it still takes some time to set up accounts with them, to find them. So there's a lot more that goes into that. So this allows you to get started drop shipping without having all those wholesale requirements met. And honestly, there are plenty of opportunities for a good profit with this approach. So I would suggest starting with honestly, it could be any site, but hayneedle.com is a great one to begin with. And you can go into any product. I just went up here into home storage and then clicked on chests and trunks because it's best that you work with items that are not the most popular, the most common. So oftentimes the first things that come to mind for you will be the first things that come to mind for everybody else. They're going to be the most competitive, the most difficult to sell and promote. So if you work with a item that is a little less popular, less than common, then you'll often have a better chance of making sales and finding items that will work. So if we come down here looking at some of these trunks, let's try this red one right here, for example. And notice it does have free shipping, so the shipping's already worked out for you. That's something you always want for with a dropship item. Only do items that are free shipping, okay? So that's the approach that we're going to do. And then we're going to take the collegiate collection locker. We're going to just, I want to use a different word here. See if we have some other keywords in here. Storage chest or storage trunk, I think would be a good keyword to use. Now we want to get this picture right here. So we're going to right click and choose Save Image As. And so we'll open that up, and if you're in Chrome, this shouldn't be a problem to save the image. Title this Red Storage Trunk. You could go to your desktop and create a new folder and call it eBay. Great way to get started. So click Desktop, New Folder, and an easy way to create a new folder is just right click over here on the right side of the screen, and you should get an option for a new folder, or you'll see a button either down below or up above. I'm on a Mac, so it'll be a little bit different on Windows. It might be up above, but you'll see the option there. Right click if you don't see it. Then we save that image there. Then we're going to go over here to eBay, and we're going to search for storage trunk. And we see 1,400 results there, similar to what we have here. And then we're going to go scroll down on the left-hand side to the Show Only Sold Items and check that so that we're looking at just sold items. I will have a link to this master spreadsheet where you can enter information about the items that you are selling. And you can make a copy of this if you just click on the link in the email, and then when it comes up, just click File, Make a Copy. And when that comes up, you'll have the option here to change the name, and you can just make a copy of retail pricing, get rid of master, for example, and then you've got a copy of it yourself. Or you could just call it retail pricing spreadsheet, retail strategy, I mean, whatever you want to call it. And make a copy of it. When you do that, it will make a copy in your Gmail account. Now, this is something that goes in your Gmail documents, your Google Drive documents. And these can be accessed by going to mail.com and come up here and click the Google Apps box, and you've got Google Drive right there. And you can click on that to access all of your files, and when you open your Google Drive, it will show you any files. I've got a list of folders, files here. That's where you'll see them. All right, so back to eBay. Let's look at this item first. So we want to copy some pertinent information out of here. It's $72, so let's start by copying that title, and we'll put that in there. And we only have to fill out the first 4 columns. Okay, everything else is calculated for us. So $72, we'll put it up to 73. Shipping is free, so it says our total cost after taxes that we might have to pay, fees with eBay are all calculated, PayPal fees, our total cost will be $90.09. So if we sell it for a 10% profit, which would be $9, profits are shown over here, then we would sell it for $99.10. And that would give us $9.01 profit. You could sell it for any of these in here that you think are logical. So we might go anywhere in there. So I'm going to say $107 is what I will sell it for. This is a link to the item. So you copy that section up there, and if you double click in this field, you'll see your cursor there, and you can just paste it in there. It does not matter that it truncates that. That link will still work, so it doesn't matter whether you see the whole link or not there. So you put that in there, you've got everything you need, so you can go and find it again when you sell the item on eBay. We've downloaded the image, so now we can come in here. We can click sell one like this with this item right here, and then we can choose the keywords that we want to use. And actually, to choose the keywords, it's a good idea to have another window open for eBay. Now, incidentally, if you are not in the advanced listing tool, if your listing tool doesn't look like this, where it says create your listing and then a title, subtitle, if you don't have very similar to what you see here, then you're probably on the basic listing tool still, and so you've got to go upgrade from that basic listing tool. And that was shown in my previous webinar. All right, so if we do a search for storage trunk, it sees that we've done it there. We're going to look at those that have sold because they're obviously doing something right. So there we've got some good keywords to look at. We've got colors, we've got rustic, we've got farmhouse decor, we've got Rhino. I don't know what Rhino is. I don't know if that's a brand or Foot Locker, travel organizer, box, dorm, luggage chest. So those are some good potential keywords to use there. Since I'm not sure about this Rhino, I'm going to search that on Google and just see what comes up and see if that's a brand or trademark or something like that. In fact, we can probably click on this and find out if that is the brand. Yeah, American-made Rhino armor trunk. It looks like, yep, Rhino armor is the brand, or well, it's a model. Where's the brand? Brand is Rhino. Yeah, okay, so we don't necessarily want to use that if ours is not. In fact, I would say stay away from using brands generally. Storage trunk, Foot Locker is probably an okay keyword to use. So we're not going to use Rhino. We're going to use red, vintage, style, storage. I'm going to get rid of roller, trunk. We're going to get rid of all of this. We don't need any of that stuff in there. It's not helpful. Okay, so we'll look at others to see what Some of these are willed, ours is not. Foot Locker is a keyword that we could use. In fact, let's go back. So one of the things I do to build a good title is I'll look at some of the things that are in here. Even though this is not truly a vintage or antique, they're using that in their title because people are looking for that style. So I think it would be okay to put vintage and antique in there and then just put style behind it so they know it's not truly antique. Organizer box. Are keywords that I see a lot in here. Foot Locker, college dorm, I think are good things. Foot Locker, college dorm. So there we've got all but 3 characters used. You see that right there? It counts your characters. So that's pretty good. We've got a nice long title, relevant keywords, no wasted keywords in there that we don't need. So we don't need a subtitle, custom label, or any of that. We verify that the category looks good, and that looks like a good category, which it normally will be when you start this way. We're not going to do any variations. UPC, we're just going to go does not apply. Condition will generally be new, and then we come down here to add photos. And we just click on add photos or plus sign, either way. Both of those go to the same thing, and they open this up to where we can search. It's defaulting to my last, oh, it was trying to default, but then it updated to where I had downloaded it. So I go over here and click desktop, eBay, and that's my storage trunk right there. On my computer, it is telling me the dimensions. It needs to be above 500 on both of those. So if it's not, then a quick search on Google will help you find one that is the right size. And I'll show you that real quick. Easiest way to do a search for image is search for red storage trunk. Run a search. Click images right here underneath the search section. And then we're going to go over here and click tools just to the right under the magnifying glass. And that opens a list of other tools here. We'll go to size and just go to larger than 640 by 480 right there. And that will make sure that we're looking at items that are large enough. Now what we need to do is compare with the one that we have, which is this black, black on red storage trunk. So we want to find that same image, and it does need to be the exact same item. So we search for that in here, and it might be good to use the same keywords that are used at the retailer right here. So we copy that, go change our search to the same keywords. And I'm surprised we're not finding it there because normally we will. Ours is big enough on Hayneedle. It does a pretty good job, so we don't have to worry about this. But it would be nice to show you. So collection, Ocker, let's say trunk red. I'm going to add some more keywords. There we go. Right there, we've got a nice big image. So we click on the small one. That opens this big one with the black background. That's the one we're going to right-click and save image as. If you're in Chrome, which you should be, that's the prompt you'll see is save image as. So click on that. And then once again, we're going to save it to our desktop and then eBay folder. So we'll move that to desktop, eBay. I've already got one red storage trunk, so this one we'll put a -2 because we don't want to overwrite it. So if we have to, there it is. Okay. So quick search on Google if you're not able to get a good image off of the other site. And then one of the first things you do is upload the image. If it gives you an error message saying that it's too small, then you go to Google to make sure you're getting a big enough image. Okay. Then we can click on this little sun icon to increase the contrast a little bit, which will make that image stand out. make it look a little better. Click save on that. All right, we are not going to check any of these boxes that have extra costs. So you leave all that unchecked. If I don't do it in the video, you don't do it. Brand, we're going to change that and just call it unbranded. I would generally say that with all items. MPN, manufacturer's part number, does not apply. And model, we can remove that, just leave that empty. Color is red, so we're going to have to update that. All right. And then we can put our description right here, which we can just copy from right here. We do have a more product info link. Oh, there we go. There's a good description right there that we can copy as well. So we come back here, enter down a few. We'll enter the dimension stuff, make sure there's no links in there that are being copied over. And then I'll copy this stuff here, put that right there, and then I'm going to copy this. Three fast clicks will highlight all of that. And then come down here, and then I'm going to click on Advanced Editing. Triple click it, bold it, center it, and make it a larger font so it stands out. And there I've got a decent description. We're going to put this at 107. Make sure you choose fixed price on that. Start listing when I submit, and that's normal. You're not going to change any of that. I would uncheck the best offer. We don't need that. Quantity, leave it at 1. PayPal options, you get your PayPal email address in there, and leave all the rest of this blank. We don't need to worry about sales tax at this point. And then shipping details. On the shipping, you should have a domestic shipping option. You want to choose flat. Sometimes it defaults to calculated. Choose flat shipping, and then you can choose in the shipping services section, just choose a standard shipping option, and then check free shipping because we're passing that free shipping on. That way we don't have to enter any of this dimensions stuff or weight or any of that. It doesn't matter. We don't have to do that. Now, if we want to boost our listing to get it sold faster, we can check that box. That's going to add an additional 5% on there. Since we were doing a, what was I doing there? I think I had a 20% profit margin, so that'll get us 15, so that's still pretty good. So we can boost it to get more chances of having it be seen. And then that's it. I can just list my item. So I come down here and click list my item, and that completes the listing. Okay, and then you repeat that process as many times as you can with as many different items as possible. So you can go back and do more of the same type of item. We can go to different categories. We can go to lighting, bed and bath, kitchen, baby and kids. But like I say, try to go to the stuff that maybe not everybody thinks about. You know, kids' desks might be nice, storage might be nice, toy storage, you know. So, and just keep listing. Do not waste time analyzing the product or wondering what to sell. There's hundreds and thousands of products out here. List them all. Just get in there and list as many of them as you can. Once you create that listing, you'll have the ID number right there. You'll have the link to it. You can just click I'm done. Or if you're going to create more similar items, just change the colors or something like that, you can create similar by clicking this create similar button, and that will start another listing exactly like this, and you just change colors or other keywords as needed based on the new product you're putting in. Remember to change the image in that new listing, but that does give you a quick start to a listing. So I hope that's been helpful for you. Get out there and list as many of these as you can. Remember, the volume is what's important in order to see some good returns and start seeing sales.